What if her silence isn't what it seems? You've pulled back, gone quiet, and stopped chasing. But instead of reaching out, she's gone silent too. Is she moving on, or is something deeper happening in her mind? Behind that calm exterior, there's a whirlwind of emotions she can't control. Every moment of your silence is making her question everything. Stay with me, because what's really going on when you stop texting will completely flip the way you see this game. By the end of this video, you'll have the upper hand. Section 1. No contact. Why women mirror your silence. When you stop texting and calling, it's not just a pause in communication, it's a shift in the dynamic. Relationships are built on patterns, and when you disrupt those patterns, it sends shockwaves through the connection. Modern women aren't oblivious to no-contact strategies. They've heard about it, seen it in action, and even practiced it themselves. So when you pull back, her instinct isn't to panic. It's to mirror your silence. This isn't because she's indifferent, it's because she wants to maintain control of the situation. What she's really doing is testing you. She wants to see if your silence is genuine or just a strategy. Is he serious about pulling away, or is this just a temporary move? By mirroring your silence, she's trying to call your bluff. But here's where the real power lies. While she's matching your energy on the surface, her mind is doing something completely different. Beneath that calm exterior, she's asking herself a million questions. Why did he stop texting? Did I say something wrong? Has he lost interest? As the hours turn into days, those questions don't fade, they grow louder. Here's the truth. When she mirrors your silence, it's not about indifference, it's about defense. She's protecting herself from vulnerability, but in doing so, she's stepping right into your frame. The longer you hold your ground, the more her curiosity, doubts, and emotions build. Silence isn't just a strategy, it's a way to reset the dynamic and make her feel your absence. Section 2. How women overthink during no contact. Silence isn't empty. It's full of questions, doubts, and emotions, especially for women. When you stop texting, her mind doesn't just go quiet. It turns into a storm of thoughts, each one louder than the last. At first, she might feel confident. She tells herself, I can handle this, he's probably just busy. But as the hours tick by, that confidence starts to waver. What's he doing? Why hasn't he reached out? Is he losing interest? These questions aren't just casual, they're invasive. They creep into her mind during quiet moments and grow louder with every passing day. Here's why this happens. Women process emotions through connection. When that connection is interrupted, it creates a void, and the human mind hates voids. It fills them with overthinking, assumptions, and imagined scenarios. She replays your last conversation, analyzing every word. She wonders if she said something wrong or if there's someone else in the picture. The longer the silence lasts, the more intense this overthinking becomes. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed and weight as it goes. And while she's caught in this mental spiral, you're holding all the power. This is why patience is key. Most men panic during no contact. They think, she's not reaching out, so it's not working. But in reality, her silence doesn't mean she's moved on. It means she's processing. And every moment she spends overthinking is a moment she's getting more emotionally invested in you. Section 3. Why she checks your social media. Social media has become the go-to tool for staying connected without direct communication. When you go silent, the first thing she does is check your profiles. Why? Because silence breeds curiosity, and curiosity drives action. She's not just casually scrolling, she's looking for answers. What's he doing? Is he happy? Who's he with? Every post, every story, every update becomes a clue. If you're out with friends, she wonders who's in the background. If you post a gym photo, she asks herself if you're leveling up. And if you post nothing at all, that drives her crazy. Here's the key. What you post or don't post can completely shift the dynamic. A subtle story of you having fun or a picture of you thriving sends a powerful message. It shows her that you're unbothered, confident, and focused on yourself. But here's the twist. Silence on social media creates even more intrigue. When there's nothing for her to analyze, her imagination takes over. She starts filling in the blanks with her own thoughts, and those thoughts usually work in your favor. Social media isn't just a platform, it's a tool. When used strategically, it amplifies your value, confidence, and presence, even without direct communication. It keeps her emotionally connected to you. Section 4. The scarcity effect. Why less is more scarcity is one of the most powerful psychological triggers in relationships. People value what's rare, and they take for granted what's always available. This is true for everything in life, and relationships are no exception. When you're constantly texting, calling, and chasing, your presence becomes predictable. She knows you'll be there, so she doesn't feel the urgency to reciprocate. But when you pull back, everything changes. Your absence creates scarcity. Suddenly your attention, your energy, and your time are no longer guaranteed. This scarcity makes her realize how much she relied on you. She starts to notice the void you've left behind, the texts she used to get, the moments you used to share, and the connection you used to build. This isn't about manipulation, it's about rebalancing the dynamic. By creating scarcity, you're reminding her that your attention is valuable, and when something is valuable, it's desired. Here's the truth. Women don't chase what's easy. They chase what's meaningful. When you create scarcity, you shift from being just another option to being the one she can't stop thinking about. And that's where the power lies. Section 5. Her ego can't handle rejection. Women are surrounded by constant validation in today's world. Social media likes, messages from admirers, compliments from strangers. It's a steady stream of reassurance that keeps their confidence high. But when you go silent, you cut off that validation. At first, she might brush it off. She tells herself, "It's no big deal. He'll text me eventually." But as the silence stretches, her ego starts to crack. She's used to being pursued, to having men fight for her attention. Your silence disrupts that expectation and forces her to confront a feeling she doesn't handle well: rejection. Rejection isn't just a bruise to her ego, it's a wake-up call. It makes her question her power in the relationship and reevaluate her actions. Did she push you too far? Did she misjudge your interest? These doubts eat away at her confidence, and suddenly the roles are reversed. Now, instead of you chasing her, she's the one feeling the need to prove herself. She wants to know that she still has your attention, that she hasn't lost you completely, and this shift in dynamic is where you regain control. Section 6. The emotional roller coaster. You trigger silence isn't just a tactic, it's an emotional journey for her. When you go quiet, you're not just stepping back, you're creating a space where her emotions take center stage, and trust me, they don't stay calm for long. At first, she might feel indifferent. He's probably just busy. I'm fine. But as time passes, that indifference begins to crack. Her calm turns to frustration. Why hasn't he texted me yet? Frustration morphs into doubt. Did I do something wrong? Is he seeing someone else? This emotional roller coaster doesn't stop there. It picks up speed. Doubt turns into regret. She starts replaying every moment you shared, analyzing every interaction for clues. Did I push him away? Should I have been more responsive? Eventually, regret becomes curiosity, and curiosity is where her emotions peak. She wonders what you're doing, why you're so composed, and if you've moved on. This curiosity isn't fleeting. It becomes a constant loop in her mind, one she can't escape. What's important to understand is this: women hate emotional instability. They crave reassurance and certainty, and your silence removes both. The longer you stay silent, the longer she stays on this emotional roller coaster, and the more she feels the need to reach out to you just to get off the ride. Section 7. Why walking away makes you the prize. When you walk away, you're not just creating distance, you're changing the game entirely. Most men fear losing her, so they cling to the connection, chasing her approval and attention. But walking away? That takes confidence, and confidence changes everything. Walking away sends a clear message: I know my worth, and I won't settle for anything less than respect and reciprocity. This isn't about arrogance, it's about self-respect. You're showing her that you're not desperate for her validation, and that shift in energy makes you stand out. Women are naturally drawn to men who value themselves. When you walk away, you're showing her that you're not afraid to lose her. This mindset makes you the prize, the man she has to work for, the man she doesn't want to lose. The truth is, most men are too afraid to walk away. They cling, they chase, and they settle. But by walking away, you set yourself apart. You become the rare man who knows his worth, and that rarity is what makes you irresistible. Section 8. Letting go and creating value. They let go because they fear they'll lose her for good, but the truth is, letting go is what makes her see your value. When you stop chasing, you stop feeding her ego. You stop giving her the reassurance she's used to, and that creates a void. Here's what happens when you let go. She realizes that your attention isn't guaranteed. She starts to question whether she took you for granted. She feels the weight of your absence and begins to crave your presence. Letting go isn't about playing games. It's about showing her that your happiness doesn't depend on her. It's about prioritizing yourself and your peace of mind. And when she sees that strength, it forces her to reevaluate everything. The moment you let go is the moment the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer the one seeking her validation. She's the one seeking yours. Section 9. When she realizes she's losing you. There comes a point in every no-contact situation where it hits her. She's losing you. This realization doesn't come immediately. It builds over time, growing stronger with each passing day of silence. At first, she might brush it off, telling herself, he'll come back. He always does. But as the days turn into weeks, that confidence starts to fade. She starts to feel the emptiness of your absence, and it becomes impossible to ignore. This is when she begins to reflect. She thinks about the good times you shared, the way you made her feel, and the connection you built together. These memories don't just make her miss you, they make her regret losing you. When she realizes she's losing you, everything changes. She starts to chase, subtly at first. A random text, a like on your post, or a comment on something you shared. But as her emotions grow stronger, her efforts become more obvious. She doesn't just want to reconnect, she needs to. This is why patience is key. By staying calm, composed, and confident, you give her the space to realize what she's losing. And when that realization hits, she'll do whatever it takes to get you back. Section 10. The shift from indifference to desire. At the start of no contact, she might seem indifferent. She goes about her life, posts on social media, and acts like she's completely unbothered. But this indifference is an illusion. Here's what's really happening. While she might seem calm on the outside, inside she's slowly starting to feel the effects of your silence. At first, your absence feels manageable. She tells herself that she's fine, that she doesn't need you. But as time goes on, that confidence begins to fade. She starts to notice the little things, the texts she used to get, the way you made her laugh, the moments you shared. These memories don't just remind her of you, they highlight the void you've left behind. That's when indifference turns into curiosity. She starts wondering what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're so calm. This curiosity grows into desire, and desire becomes an obsession. She doesn't just want to talk to you. She wants to understand you. She wants to reconnect, to rebuild, and to close the gap your absence has created. This shift from indifference to desire is the power of no contact. By staying silent, you're not just creating distance, you're creating space for her feelings to grow. And the longer you hold your ground, the stronger those feelings become. Conclusion. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you value, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more.